don't go out with your friends. They don't ever keep you in check. They gon' let you do whatever and blame it on the liquor. Oh, who got they full silence, wallet. Think I don't know about them clubs. You got strippers that you favor, but you say you don't go out that much. Can't you wait, don't love nobody. Spending time with people that don't respect the love we got here. You said you got me, but you're headed elsewhere. And your friends ain't shit, they do the most, you know it's reckless, yeah. Can't you wait, don't love nobody. Entertaining bitches, you said you wouldn't, you said you got me. You swore on everything you said, don't ever doubt me. Don't love nobody, oh, don't love nobody, oh, oh, oh. Please don't go out with your friends. They don't ever keep you in check. They gon' let you do whatever and blame it on the liquor. Oh, who got they full silence, wallet. Think I don't know about them clubs. You got strippers that you favor, but you say you don't go out that much.
Good morning, Josh. How you doing?
Good morning, Mike. I'm good. How are you?
Dude, here's the thing about it. I'm just a kid, or I'm just a man. I'm just a boy. I'm just a kid. I'm just a man. I'm just a boy that enjoys just some slow, don't hurt my brain music in the morning.
Little Pimmy.
And that's just, you know,
Yeah.
and blame it on the liquor. I just think she's got a beautiful voice, one.
Yeah, she's a good voice.
Two, I think songs like that, you know, you can go one of two ways. You can go, oh man, I'm in my feels. Or you can go, wow, that level of talent and voice control is insane. Because when I try to sing that, it sounds like a dying animal.
Yeah.
And someone goes, oh, put that animal down right now.
Yeah, I always do that. I'm always singing songs that I can't sing around the house. And Carmen's like,
Dude,
please stop.
That might be, I'm not even kidding. Whoever ends up being my wife, I swear to God, that might actually be the thing they hate about me the most. Because make zero freaking mistake.
Yeah.
I'll be walking around the house, and if there's an Adele song in my head, I'm trying to hit that note.
Oh, yeah.
And it will not sound anything like that note.
Never.
I just have news for you.
Oh.
All right? I got some news for you. You're not going to hear it like that.
That's why we're not Adele.
I think I've got that like little, and you know, I think the thing about it is I definitely, like Shane Gillis says, got nicked by a little bit of the tism, and I got this thing where if I got a song in my head, I got to sing it all day. And the lyrics might not even be right, which is the crazy part.
That is one thing about you. Is the lyrics could literally be anything. Anything.
I'll be singing a song, the lyrics so far off, dude. Like, couldn't be more far off.
And you'll triple, quadruple, quintuple down on the same lyrics. You'll just keep saying
Sextuple down on it. Yeah, dude, I'll sextuple down on a wrong lyric. I did want to start off today's show by saying happy birthday to Goots. Happy birthday to Goots. The Orioles are fucking rat shit. Happy birthday to Goots. Let's go, dude.
Let's go, Goots. Happy birth.
Let's get some W's for Goots in the back, dude. Get some W's for Goots in the back. Also, let's give some W's for Trent. How about that? Staying up, sweating the Dodgers with the people.
Yeah, how about that?
He gets a lot of L streamers.
W streamer today.
W streamer right
W
there. How
he got
about
a win. I thought the Cubs were an auto win. I'm not gonna lie.
An auto win against potentially the best team ever.
You had Trent fucking waking up at 5 a.m. and watching him. I thought it was an auto win.
That's true.
You thought Trent was? I literally thought that Trent waking up at 5 a.m. was an auto loss for the Dodgers.
That's no, and
Did
that's
he stay
reasonable.
up? I don't even know. Did he stay up?
I
Did
have
he
no
wake
idea.
up at 5?
I woke up.
I think he
morning,
woke up at 5.
I woke up this morning at 7, opened the Twitch and saw he was live and went, "Wow!"
Yeah,
I literally audibly outside went, "Wow!"
Yeah.
So Shout out Trent, W streamer. Here we go. Let's hear it
streamer.
one more time for Trent. Here one more time for Goots. More life to my brother Goots. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure they're using smaller baseballs,
What?
which I don't like.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure that the baseballs they use in Japan are smaller.
Why are they playing by Japanese
They were showing
rules?
some shit. They were showing some shit, so
But why are they playing by Japanese rules?
I don't know. Chat confirm that, but I'm pretty sure they're using different balls.
Is that a thing?
I think that's a
Well, I
thing.
got news for you. The balls are definitely smaller in Japan. Fucking
Maybe-
got him. Fucking got him. Got him.
I'm pretty sure that they're
That
smaller
was a
balls.
layup, dude. You want to talk
Let's
about
see,
layups?
Japanese
That was a
baseballs.
goddamn layup.
That was a layup. Let's see.
More life to Goods. Shout out Trent for streaming. Also, shout out to Fugazi 5. Also came home.
Shout out. Shout out.
So I started watching this show, Josh, called Invincible. My buddy put me on. He was like, yo, you need to watch this show. And, you know, obviously we've been talking about I'm on this mental health journey, doing a lot of work on my mental. But some nights I just want to watch a show and I just want to go, oh, I'm going to turn my brain off and watch this show for 3 hours. So what a perfect night last night. I'm watching the Knicks for a little bit. Karl Anthony Towns goes on a 15-0 run by himself.
Yeah,
I want you to
that.
comprehend that for a
Can
second.
you do this?
A 15-0 run by himself.
Yeah.
A 15-0 run by himself. That's it. Like, just comprehend that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
it's
when
a
your
lot.
team goes on a 15-0 run, you go, oh, my God, we're
That was
back.
a
But then you
lot.
go, wait, that was
player
one
did that.
guy. And he said, I'm pulling from the logo because it was a heat check. So I watched the Knicks for a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
And then I went, you know what I need to do? I need to turn my brain off. So I started watching a show called Invincible. I don't know if you ever watch it. It's like an adult cartoon show about this superhero whose dad ends up being like an evil superhero. Yada, 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 whatever. It's insane. It's the first show, I'll say, since the summer when I was watching, what was that botted love show? Love Island. Where they were just whores being
Yep.
whores, whoring, and being like, I can't believe you're a whore, but you're on this show for whore. Like, right? Is that that show?
I think so, yeah.
Just whores being whores?
Yeah.
That's got to be that show.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
This is the
I didn't
last.
watch it,
This is
yeah.
the first show I've been invested in since that show.
That's a
Keep in
lot.
mind, I tried to watch True Detective. It was a little too deep, a little too heavy, but I'm gonna circle back that block at some point.
Okay.
But just wanted to say, if you haven't watched Invincible, it's very, very good. There are just, I'll tell you what though, they spared no expense with the scenes where people attack each other. 'Cause there is some. I don't think I have a queasy stomach, but there's just some scenes where you go, oh, and it's a cartoon, and I feel as though, you know, you forget sometimes that a person is animating this. You know, I feel like sometimes I forget that
Yeah.
people actually have to animate it, that it's not just like done by a computer. So, you know,
So it's like a superhero type.
have you ever
like-
seen The Boys
I think I know what you're talking. Like that movie
with
with the
Homelander?
meme.
With
Is it like a
Homelander.
famous meme?
It's not a movie, but it's a
Oh,
TV
is
show.
it a show? I have no idea.
Dude, you've never seen The Boys?
No.
Dude,
think I know what you're
and-
talking about, though.
You and the woman have to watch The Boys. I'm putting that
Oh
on
yeah,
your
see, I know.
homework.
Yeah, I know exactly. What this
That's
is.
your homework.
There's a.
I'm
fucking
giving
meme
out
from the
homework.
Show, yeah.
I'm giving out homework. If Carmen Apples is in here, she has to watch.
Carmen Apple.
Or Caramel Apples.
Yeah.
She has to watch. You and her have to watch The Boys.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It's actually really good. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
But it's fucked up. So just keep that in the
Yeah,
back
yeah,
of your
yeah.
mind. It's a really fucked
It's
up
like
show.
a fucked up like comedic type thing. Am I
No,
wrong?
there's like
no,
literally close to zero comedy.
no
It's
comedy.
just gore and fucked up.
Is it like? I
The
pictured-
comedy is
I
people
pictured-
making fun of the show because
Yeah.
there's a guy that's like Australian that's at the lead and he's like, "Oi, iwi,"
It's like,
and
I
he just like
pictured.
says that all the
I
time.
pictured it being like fucking like Deadpool type shit, if that makes sense.
It's more graphic than Deadpool with less humor.
Okay. That's
People
what I, that's
just
what I
make
pictured.
fun of it because the Australian guy will be, "Oi, iwi, we need to put our brimbles in the bucket," and you're just like, "Dude, what is this guy talking about, dude?" But yeah, I've been
Alright, I'll
watching
watch it.
Invincible. It's super good.
What's
it's
it
like
on?
The Boy. I don't know what it. I think Invincible's on Amazon Prime. I think The Boys is Apple Plus
Okay.
or Apple TV.
Oh, it looks like it's on Amazon Prime as well.
Oh, okay. Word. Bang. Well, that makes sense because Invincible is literally just The Boys but animated. so it makes sense.
All right, perfect.
All right, Josh, we did tweet out a link yesterday for people to ask some questions. I want to start off today's show
We
by
did.
answering people's March Madness questions
Let's.
and their potential hot takes. I don't think it got as
I
much
went-
interaction as I would like, but I do want to respect the people that did ask questions under it. Here we go.
I went through it.
Oh.
I would say like 50% weren't even questions. They were just statements about March.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay to react to some March Madness hot takes.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top with picks by Brew. Montana wins it all by backing on Money Williams. My Montana Polo becomes lit addition to my future bet hits. I'm all in. You could just tell that's a space boy.
Yeah,
You could tell that's a boy from the space.
100%,
You could tell that's a space-time rider.
Yep.
That's a space-time rider right there, Josh. And we're gonna do our segment today where we got a great show for you guys planned today, by the way. I got here, Josh, at the house. I pulled up at around 8:55, and I didn't come in the house because I was on PrizePicks chefing. I have a 6-man demon lineup
Let's go.
for
For today
Madness.
or tomorrow? For the first round?
For the first round.
Okay. Sweet.
Mikey, Josh, we're doing a college bracket, and I got VCU in my cooked. If it's against the spread, you might not be cooked. If it's against the spread, you might not be cooked.
Well, just wait a second, Pip. Just wait a second.
But make no mistake, Josh, we're going to talk about our long shots to make the Sweet 16, our long shots to make the Elite 8, Final 4, and to win the tournament. And when I mean long shots, I mean outside of those top 10 teams, top 8 teams. So we're really excited for that. Just, we're trying to big game hunt. We're trying to take out the rifles in GTA, find a non-extinct species. No, we're trying to do? We're in the chopper with the Gatling gun in GTA with the feral hogs, and we're just fucking trying to nail a couple. That's what we're doing.
You just need one of them.
Yeah, that's what we're
Not
doing.
even a couple. You just need one.
And I'll be honest, dude, just living in Texas, I feel like you see some photos of people that enjoy those. I can't stand a guy holding an elephant.
Yeah, well, it's
Like,
illegal
what is
now. I
wrong
don't know
with
if you could do that
Like,
anymore.
yeah, but they still do it. They'll be with the lions, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what do you like? That's what you're getting pleasure out of?
I feel like bare hand killing a lion would be cool. No,
Well, yeah, if you're in there with a fucking just getting in there, yeah, I got way more respect for you, but they're not. They're just waiting in the wings.
If you're bloodied up with taking a picture next to a lion,
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be
that'd
pretty
be
sick.
sick.
Yeah,
That's like those Russians that just wrestle bears.
Khabib.
Yeah, who's the
Literally
guy that
Khabib.
was talking to Daniel Cormier? He was like, bring your son to Dagestan, forget
Islam.
about him for 2 years.
Islam,
Dude,
yeah.
what the fuck is that? That's like
Dude,
not even human shit.
you know
Just
what's
being like,
actually-
forget about your
You know
son
what's
for 2
hilarious?
years.
There's a video that came out yesterday of a kid that's like, I think he's like 14 or 15 years old, and his parents just sent him to Islam. And he's just living with them in Dagestan, and they're training. He's just going to be living with them for a couple years.
He's
and
probably going to
training.
have the belt in
He's
5
going to be
years.
so sick. Yeah.
Probably going to have the belt in 5 years. We have another one from Intern Mason. Xavier knocks off Texas and Illinois and makes their way to the Sweet 16. I actually agree with that take, Josh. So I looked into this Texas game a little bit more, and I feel like we're in a tough spot in this company sometimes because it's very hard not to take gambling and sports betting personally sometimes, I feel like, because you are kind of putting your reputation on the line and trying to be smart even when you're not, if that makes sense. And like it definitely hurts, I think, everybody's ego a little bit, which is why sports betting can be so toxic, because you're basically being like, I think this is going to happen, and then it cannot
Yeah, it
happen in
doesn't
such a
happen, yeah.
public way.
Yeah.
And it's also tough when we have people that are fans of teams, and obviously Lauren's a big Texas fan, and I don't want to, be hurting feelings by saying that their team's going to lose because they're still fans of the team, and it means more than the betting, and I understand that. I think I'm culprit number one of that. But I looked more into this Texas game, dude. If Arthur Kaluma has a good game, I think it's going to be very hard for Xavier to win. But I don't see, and I'm not going to say I don't see a world, but in my head, when I looked at this matchup 1 through 5, I don't know that they match up very well with Fremantle. And I think that's going to be a serious, serious problem. Serious problem.
It might be.
And I do believe, though, guys like Davion McKnight, Zach Fremantle, if they can get by Texas, it's going to be a really hard game. If they can get by Texas, and I think the way you get by Texas, Josh, the blueprint is laid out, let Trey Johnson shoot as many times as he wants. Let Trey Johnson try to
they can
beat you,
take bad
because I
shots,
got
yeah.
news for you. The kid's 18 years old. He's really good, but he's not good enough yet.
You could have him. You can let him have 25 points.
And
He'll
you
shoot
can still
40
beat him
times,
by
yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Because he'll go 9 for 40.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the blueprint, right?
Yeah.
But I do think, dude, if this Xavier team can get past Texas, I think they match up unbelievably favorably against Illinois. So I don't hate that at all out of Intern Mason, to be totally honest with you.
I don't like that. I don't hate that. Sorry.
Someone sent a power rankings for March Madness. Could be considered a hot take. I do just want to look at 2 categories. The top one as them, which is the top one. He's got Duke, as long as Cooper Flag is okay. And then for whatever reason, he squeaked in. We got the bottom 3 is you're playing who? Dust. And then the last category is Providence. So that was a little rude. That one hurt, I felt like just squeaking that one in there. We are the worst team in the nation. I don't know if we needed a category for March Madness.
We did not need that.
We didn't need that one.
Also, Lauren said she's cranking horn.
See, right there makes me not want to root for Texas, because that's just such a Texas thing to do.
pretty funny.
Just take a crank hog and then try to make it Texas. Like, that's just that's where the UT fan base loses me.
Cranking horn.
That's where the UT fan base loses me. Josh, do you want to know where he has Mizzou on this list?
Where?
He has Mizzou under will lose in the first round.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Another one from Clash or Robert. He says Wisconsin to the Elite Eight. That can't happen.
No.
So, sorry, can't happen. Cole Greenberg, do we think Maryland's starting five has enough in them to produce a real deep run? I think if they beat Florida, they carry that momentum to the chip with another upset over St. John's. Massive if, though. To go with that, do you think Florida out-talents plus out-depths every other team? I do.
Yeah, they out-talent and
For
out-depth
sure.
every team.
I actually don't know if they out-talent in terms of their starting five. In terms of depth and like 1
Everything
through
overall,
7,
yeah.
they definitely out-talent everybody.
Yeah.
They definitely out-depth a lot of teams, for sure. But I will say, though, and I thought about this last night, Josh, which is why when we get to our segment of long shots to do stuff, I think Maryland has the most talented starting five in the entire tournament. Like, I don't think there's a better starting five. But I think the problem is that in March, once you get to the Elite Eight and the Final Four, if you haven't at least had one game or hopefully 2 if you're good enough to go, let's at least not have to play our starters 35 minutes. That's where I think the problems are going to come in, and you might get those tired legs in the Elite Eight from Maryland where it's like, why is Rodney Rice's shot coming up short? Why is he hitting the front of the rim on everything? Why can't Derek Queen get any rebounds? And I think that's the only problem where that Thibs method in March Madness isn't going to work, whereas in the regular season it can work because you might play 2 games back-to-back, but then you get a couple days off, you get to sleep in your own dorm, but now you're on the road and you're playing 30-plus minutes. So, you know, I think it's going to be it's going to be really, really interesting. But I think in terms of talent alone, Maryland has the most talented starting five, just from top to bottom, from Gillespie down to Julian Reese. I don't think there's a lot of teams that match up with that five, but you have to be able to play that five, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would disagree, but
Okay.
that's just they're your wagon, so.
No one has asked a
Okay.
question. Most disappointing team from beginning of the college football season, I would say Baylor or Kansas.
Wait,
Who's
for
your
college
mo-
football season?
No, for this season.
Okay.
What would be your most disappointing team? Why is Lauren saying she can't have fun around here?
Team that I expect, teams that we expected to be good that just stink.
I would say Kansas, dude. Not that I had high expectations for them. They're still in the tournament.
Well,
I thought they were going to
seed.
be a 1 seed.
They were the 1 seed.
Yeah,
We beat them when they were the 1 seed.
100%. I thought they were going to be a 1 seed. I think they're the most disappointing just because of how childish they've been. Every report you hear, the statements after losses from Bill Self, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Other than that,
I would say.
I don't know if Providence.
I mean, I would
Oh,
say.
I knew we were gonna
honestly
suck
like a team that we
balls.
bet on a ton. Kansas State. I think that they were supposed to be a lot better than they were.
Ooh, good one.
Like they were supposed to be top 3 in that conference. I feel like, and they were
Good one.
wrecked.
Good one.
Rat.
Good one. Louisville or A&M take out Auburn. They're not seeing the Elite Eight. I'm starting to fall in love with this take, dude. Every time I look at my bracket, there's just one team that I hate that I have going as far as I do, and it's Auburn. And I don't know why. It's like this little bug in the back of my brain that goes, they are going to lose.
They're a team.
And I don't know why it's starting to set in, because if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have said Auburn might walk to the national championship and they might beat everybody. But now, for whatever reason, now that I'm looking at the bracket, I'm looking at the path, I'm looking at the teams, there's a weird thing in the back of my head that just is screaming, I think Auburn is going to lose.
I think if they,
And I don't know when they're going to lose.
Do you know? We were talking about this a little bit yesterday. I think if they lose in the second round to Creighton. If Creighton gets there, I think that's the game that they can lose.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I also think they could potentially lose to Louisville. I do think that is a potential.
Dude, is it crazy for me to say that I have more faith in Tennessee getting out of their region? I could not think of that. Out of their region than Auburn?
No, I think Tennessee is extremely underrated going into this
I feel
tournament.
like
Tennessee kind of
path is
feels
so
like
jagged.
UConn.
Their path is so easy.
Tennessee kind of feels like UConn of last year. They're a really, really, really good team, and no one's really talking about them winning
Yeah.
it, if that makes sense.
100%.
Hot take, Texas to make the Elite Eight. I do think whoever wins this Xavier game has a potential to go really deep in the tournament just because you don't have a tough matchup. I don't rate Illinois. Like, again, Big Ten and the Mountain West, 2 conferences that once the tournament starts, you can say everything you want about them. They just suck.
Illinois can beat anybody and also lose to anybody in this
100
tournament.
If they had Lipscomb, they could lose.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
it's just, they're just
They
one
had
of those
Omaha,
teams.
they could lose.
Yeah.
They could literally lose to anybody in this tournament.
100%. I totally agree. From what I've seen online, apparently Florida has already won the title. I think it's just tough when I think this
When you see them
UConn
beat the
team
entire
has started.
fucking,
I think this UConn team from the past 2 years has laid an egg in everyone's head that like, okay, maybe we can start respecting a really dominant 1 seed again, especially when they're being dominant and beating teams by 10, 15 like Florida has. And listen, you can either be the person that's, runs the whole, everyone's picking Florida, so there's no way Florida wins, or you can be like, they have the talent, they should win.
Yeah.
Like they should win with how good they are. But again, it's March, you never know.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think will be the MVP of the tournament, or which guy is going to have that crazy breakout game? I have one.
I mean, if Florida wins, it's Walter Clayton.
100%.
And that's who I think is going to win. So, but I think breakout game, like who's going to be, I'm going to stand on it. Caleb Grill. I think that no one's talked about him at all the last like month because he can't fucking make shit. And I think that first game, he's the guy that everyone's talking about.
Can I give you a crazy one?
Sure.
Just because it's going to be a really high over-under and a really high total, and everyone's, I think, looking forward to watching this game. Dude, I'm starting to get a very, very, very weird sneaking suspicion that this could be the tournament that Caleb Love... I'm not even kidding. Like, this could be the tournament where Caleb Love asserts himself as a first-round draft pick again. Because, dude, that first UNC run they had, he was fucking automatic.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm starting to have faith in him again, because he hasn't shown anything in the Big 12 tournament. But for whatever reason, it just feels like it could be the Caleb Love. Well, outside of a guy like Caleb Love, though, dude, I seriously believe that this could be the tournament of Khalif Battle on Gonzaga, dude.
Interesting.
I think he could be my guy where you see someone go a little bit crazy. But outside of those guys on like a mid-major team, look out for Kai Johnson. I'm not even kidding, dude, on Montana. Like, seriously, Kai Johnson, I'm really excited for everyone to watch him play. Even if they lose to Wisconsin, I think he's going to have 15, 20 plus. He's just like an electrifying player, and he just kind of like fits that March Madness cookie cutter of like a guy on a mid-major team that just goes stupid. Like, he's got all the makings of it. So I would say Kai Johnson in terms of like a deep cut guy that maybe no one's thinking about, but I don't disagree with Caleb Grill. I feel like if he gets hot, that torch could be the three-point shooter. Because it's always a three-point shooter.
That's what I'm saying.
It's never a big man. Yeah, exactly. It's never a big man.
Well, it could, I guess,
I mean, other than, the last one was Anthony Davis.
Burns.
Burns, yeah. But Burns wasn't even the story. It was Jack Golke.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, too, there's got to be a dude that chucks on Bryant. Yeah, Raphael Pinzon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this dude might be him. That might be the guy that busts. I just feel like Bryant just reeks of a team that has a guy that busts on Michigan State.
Pinzon's good.
Shoots almost 40% from three, so.
We'll knock these two out. I know they're in different conferences, but only one SEC team makes the Final Four, and it's not Auburn. Hot take. And then how far does Arizona make it? I think at least two SEC teams make the Final Four.
I agree with that. I think there's two.
I think there's a reason why they have the most bids of all time. I think it was 13. They just passed the Big East, who had 12 last year.
I think that there's 13, yeah.
I think the Big East had 12 last year, and then now they have 13 this year or something, or whenever the Big East had the highest, it was 12, and now they took it over with 13. I think there's a reason why they have 13, and I do think they're a totally different conference than the Big Ten, when the Big Ten gets like 11 bids, and you're just sitting there going, why the hell are there 10 Big Ten teams in here?
I would say...
And then how far do you... Oh, yeah, go. Yeah.
How far is Arizona going? They lose first round.
Okay. If they don't, I think serious potential Elite Eights. I'd seriously believe that.
Okay. Hot take. I think...
You're going to go all four SEC teams in the Final Four.
No.
But, dude, literally it could be... Are you ready? Auburn, Bama, Florida, Tennessee. Like, it could be four SEC teams. It really could.
It could be. I think...
SEC has 14 teams. Sorry, my apologies.
14. Jesus Christ. Hot take. There will be a team in the Final Four that is higher than a 10 seed. I'm not going to give it away. They're higher than a 10 seed.
All right, last two, and then we can move on to our hot takes and our...
And I'll give it to you
later.
Our
big game hunting.
I'm not going to sneak it from you.
Gonzaga to the Elite Eight from Ben. I agree. I think maybe one game further as well from this Gonzaga team. And listen, I
Yeah,
think
we're
the
gonna be on
hardest.
complete opposite. I was like, dude, you literally have. We were talking about it in the call this morning. I was like, I literally have Georgia first game, and you have Gonzaga Final Four. So it's
Yeah.
gonna get 1 of 2 wins.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like I love their. I mean, I really don't love their path. Georgia's not going to be a walkover game, and then you have to play a number 1 seed in Houston, so their path is literally impossible.
It's like literally a
But
gauntlet.
if they can get past those two, I love it now. Like, I just love it. I'm also just kind of falling in love with this Gonzaga team a little bit. Like, I keep watching their games just to make sure that I'm not a total idiot. Like, I've went back and watched full games, like even ones that they've lost, just to make sure that I'm not a complete fucking idiot. And I really don't think I am. So if I do lose that first round, you know, that's going to suck. You probably chalk it to the game and you go, man, I think the same thing happened last year. I had New Mexico going to my Elite Eight and they ended up losing the first round. So if they come out and they're flat and Ace and Newell makes me look like an idiot, I'll be able to chalk to the game because an SEC team beat me. But I do think Gonzaga goes very, 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 very deep.
Okay.
What team is stopping Florida? If it's not Maryland beating St. John's and it's not St. John's, I don't know if there's a team that beats Florida.
I think. So I don't think there's anyone. I don't think anyone's gonna beat them. But I think it might be a weird team. I think that if OU plays them, I think they've seen them before, and I think that Jeremiah Fears is the type of player that could have a game and just kind of like, I mean, just show up Walter Clayton. I think that he's the only guy in that side of the bracket in the West that can go head to head with Walter Clayton.
Let me look. I don't know. I struggle to trust freshmen in March.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so
I just
tough for me.
I don't think that they're going to beat them.
I
have
don't know,
full-
dude. I think UConn could, dude. You get
yeah.
fucking, you get a little Hurley with McNeely and
Yeah, maybe.
Carabin and Solomon Ball. I think that's going to be a really tough
I
matchup
think
for them.
that game will probably be their hardest game till the Final Four.
Then they have to play the Crab Five.
Nah, see, like I'm not. Yeah,
The Crab Five, dude. The Crab Five matches up so well with them. Julian Reese and Derek Queen, and then you got Rodney Rice.
yeah, but
clipping.
but they just run 8 guys and they're fresh the entire game, and they'll run Maryland out of the gym. I think that'll be their 3rd game. Correct?
Florida
Or
actually has a
have to
really
be.
hard path. Like we might have to talk about a team like Houston that has a relatively easy path if people don't believe in Gonzaga. Because we have McNeese
Yeah.
beating Clemson and then High Point beating McNeese. So literally Houston could be playing a 13 seed in the Sweet 16.
They could. They could.
But they're losing to the Zags, dude. They're losing to the Zags, so who gives a fuck? All right, Josh, last hot take under the post. Everyone's pissed that UNC made the tournament. They will make it to the Sweet 16. I think everyone's pissed that they made it to the tournament because they didn't deserve to be here. If there was like a debate between them and West Virginia, and I think the reason why you're seeing the mayor of West Virginia get on TV and say that he's got the attorney general pulling out all the files and they're going to war with the NCAA to see if there's any backhand deals, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we actually look at it, I don't think enough people are talking about it because this West Virginia team wasn't fun. And I think that's normally what gets people pissed off when the first 4 and the best team of the first 4 is out. This West Virginia team plays like molasses, and they fucking are really boring to watch. But West Virginia should be in this tournament, not UNC. UNC has not looked good in a single game other than against Duke in the ACC tournament
Also,
without Cooper
without
Flag.
Cooper Flag, yeah.
And I think that's the only
And they
reason why
lost,
the
and they
committee put
lost,
them
and they
in. They were
won,
like, dude, UNC, if they don't get that lane violation, they probably win and beat Duke. But there is just no way you put them in over
They're
West
1
Virginia.
in 12 in Quad 1.
You know how
1 in
bad that
12.
is?
And the
And by
only
the way,
win they
those
have
quad ones are also like Clemson.
Yeah, it's
Who
Kansas,
fucking
Auburn,
junk.
Michigan State,
Is
Florida,
Clemson not one of
Bama,
them?
UCLA. What's up?
Clemson's got to be one.
Yeah, Clemson, Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Wake
Give me
Forest.
a break.
They lost to fucking Wake Forest. It was a Quad 1 game. The only win that they have in Quad 1 was UCLA on a neutral site.
Yeah, I like. They shouldn't even be close. You could have taken any of those first 4 out and put them in over UNC. I don't know why they were even
Yeah.
first 4 in.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I think Xavier even was a little bit too much of a squeak, even though they looked good towards the end of the year. But
I mean, I would put Xavier in over them. 100%.
but like UNC, I just shouldn't be in there. But is there a conversation that potentially UNC goes on a run? I don't think so. I think they're too weak. I think they're too young. And they've literally shown you time and time again this year that they're not good.
Yeah.
Like they're not good, dude. I mean, Josh, we're looking at a 22-13 North Carolina team. All 13 of those losses are against good teams. Like they haven't beat a good team.
They have beaten nobody. Yeah. Literally nobody.
So I don't know. Maybe they make it. Maybe they don't. I think they could win today, but I'm in a really hard spot because we fade UNC, and then I said I can't take the Mountain West, but I know what I'm going to do today.
Dude, San Diego State's a tournament team. They're built for the tournament. Their style of ball.
Okay. See, I could get bought in on that. I could get bought in on putting some points in my pocket. I'm never opposed to putting some points in my pocket.
You got to put some points in pocket.
All right, Josh. Can we run the little, I don't know, do we have a graphic for this? Probably not. Do we do a what in the world graph? Do we do a slate? Because we're going to give our long shots and then talk some ball.
Let's do slate.
All right, let's do slate.
Oh.
What'd you
Slate. Bet.
And we are back. Welcome back to Slate Servers, part of the show. We're going to serve give you all the plays and parlays you need. We're going to start with our big game hunters segment. Me and Josh looked at the board. We tried to find some high plus chicken odds. These are the long shots that we think could potentially make the Elite Eight, the Final Four, the Sweet 16, and win March Madness. And they're teams outside of the top 10. Because who doesn't want to just click a button with a high number and see if you're smart enough to get it? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
We're also going to surf the slate, Josh, because we will not be here tomorrow, so we're going to talk about the Wednesday games as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start, though, with our Big Game Hunter segment. Josh, let's start at the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your long shot to make the Sweet 16?
My long shot to make the Sweet 16, the boys from the MAC in Akron. Dude, those boys just chuck threes, and I think that they're built perfectly for March. I think they could beat anybody in this tournament, honestly. I'm so excited to watch them.
And when you got the team that averaged the seventh most points in the NCAA, you can live and die with that because you know they're going to score.
100%.
So it just depends, can you keep pace? And when you got a guy like Caleb Love that can go 9 for 9, but also 0 for 30,
yeah,
maybe not.
Maybe.
I don't hate it. What are the odds?
Plus 1,100 to win 2 games.
Come on. 2 games.
2 games.
That's all you're asking.
Yeah.
And by the way, keep in mind, Josh, if they beat Arizona, they either get a potential Liberty upset over Oregon, which I think people are falling in love with, or an Oregon team that doesn't score at that clip. Josh, can I tell you who I think is going to make the Sweet 16? And I think everybody knows it. But I just love the way this team is built. I love how deep they are. I love that we get a 6th man off the bench that can give you 25. Shout out to Montana Grizzlies. Here we go.
Shout out to Grizz.
And also, because I do think VCU beats BYU, you also get a 14 playing 11 in the next round. You're telling me we can't beat Wisconsin, feel the energy, and then take down a VCU team to make the Sweet 16 to potentially play Alabama?
Could.
That Kai Johnson and Money Williams aren't going to put me on their back once more and take me to the promised land of the Sweet 16? And by the way, you can get that at plus 2,000? Sure, man. Give me my little wagon to win 2 games. That's it. That's all we're asking for is just 2 wins.
You're going to hate my Elite Eight one.
You're such a slut. I already know what it is. It's going to be VCU.
It's VCU.
Yeah, I know it.
I think their defense can carry them there, dude. They play so
Like, I
slow.
knew it.
They play so slow, and they're so boring. I'm kind of going on 2 sides of the spectrum here. Like, I'm either taking the slowest team that's going to slow you down to the max or the fastest team that's going to speed you up to the max. So
Yep.
I think VCU can do it. Only plus 900 to get to the Elite Eight, too, for an 11 seed is kind of telling, I think.
I think my odds are a little bit shorter, which makes me a little confused for my Elite Eight because maybe they have more of a path than we think when you look at the teams they're going to have to play. I think Marquette could make the Elite Eight this year at plus 500. And keep in mind, Josh, not only do they have to play Donovan Den in New Mexico, but they potentially have to play Michigan State, who I think everyone has in their Final Four. And then if they make it out of that, they have to potentially play either Ole Miss or Iowa State. And you're telling me it's only plus 500 for a little Big East Cam Jones Shaka Smart wagon to make the Elite Eight? Sign me up. Cam Jones is another guy, by the way, we're talking about that could cement himself in March Madness history.
He could.
So I like Marquette because, one, I'm not high on Michigan State. I think a lot of people, once we get to the game, are going to go, what if we just clicked Bryant? And who knows? Who knows? But plus 500 for Marquette, I love. That's going to be my big game hunt for the Elite Eight.
Okay. I am going to go.
We're in the Final Four.
Yeah, we are in the Final Four.
Who's
we are
your
in
Final Four?
The Final Four. It's a team. See, They're plus 6,000
What?
to make
I
the
didn't
final
know you had a
four.
plus 6,000.
I'm going to go. Well, I mean, we have to go for a long shot. I was between two teams. I kind of wanted to go with Akron again, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with Vanderbilt.
Wow.
They play Bama in the second round. Besides that, I'm not really scared of any team they play besides Duke. And I think that I think Hogard, veteran guard, will help them a ton against Sears. And, dude, I think Bama's a team that can just beat themselves. They shoot themselves in the foot when they lose. And I think Vanderbilt just got enough veterans to slow them down maybe enough, win the game. I don't know. They're my long shot. It's either them or Akron out of that side. I genuinely think it's either them and Akron in the Final Four.
And we're not
that's, like,
saying
not
that
even-
these are
that's
given.
not
These are
even-
long shots.
These aren't even long shots for me. Like I will take
Okay.
I will take Vanderbilt or Akron to be in the Final Four.
Well, I'm taking all of these. I'm putting tickets in on all of these.
No,
I
but
need to.
I'm not saying that I'm not I genuinely think that's going to happen. It's not like,
Oh, well, that's
I think there's a slim chance of this happening. I think that one of those two teams is going to be in the Final Four.
okay. My Final Four is one that I think I've already talked about a bunch, dude. Plus 950. Give me Gonzaga. If you can knock off Houston in that second round, I think they're revved up and ready to go. I love the way this team is built. I love the way they've been coached this year. I love the way they play. I think Khalif Battle asserts his name. I also just love having a pure point guard that can dictate the pace and tempo of the game, and that is exactly what Sir Nemhard is. Plus 950. I'll take a shot on my Zags to make the Final Four, who I already have in my bracket.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. I like that. I mean,
Come
I
on.
kind of knew that was coming.
Also, sub 1,000 odds. I don't hate that either.
No.
Josh, who is your long shot to win the big dance?
I mean, you knew I was going to the SEC. You knew I was going there.
Mizzou Tigers.
No. I'm not going to be that biased. I'm going to go to a 3 seed. I'm going to go with Kentucky.
No one is talking about them making
No one
a
is
run
talking
run.
about them. I think that Oweh is actually built for March. This dude can shoot. He can go to the rack. He can play defense. He's literally, I think he might be one of the most well-rounded guards in this tournament. And he's also a unit for a guard.
He's a meatball.
They have a pretty easy path too. Like I mean, they have to play Tennessee. I think that's like the one game that I could see them losing. But I also love Tennessee. I just didn't want to give them because they're like top 6 to win.
Mm-hmm.
But they're plus 2,200. I think that if I were to give someone that is in the top 4, it'd be Tennessee. I like Tennessee and Kentucky. I think that someone out of the Midwest, one of those two teams, can
What
do
are the
it.
odds on that?
They're plus 6,000, Kentucky.
Mine is plus 45 hundo.
Okay.
And it's one that I want to put a sprinkle on because I sat back last night and I went, the Crab 5 in Maryland could win the national championship. Kevin Willard feels like he's finally finding a rhythm of coaching these 5 guys. And keep in mind, 5 can win you a national championship. I'd like to remind you of the Fab 5. And by the way, the Crab 5 might have the makings of a certain Fab 5. And plus 4,500. Let's rock with the Crab 5. And Maryland to potentially win the national championship. Because, dude, if they beat St. John's and you beat Florida, who the hell is beating them? No one. No one.
No.
No one. The Crab 5 is one that you hang banner that literally says the Crab 5 won the national championship 2025. So I'm just going to, big game hunt. Big game hunt. We're in the chopper. We got our Gatling gun in GTA, and we're just trying to get some feral hogs. And Maryland plus 4,500 is my feral hog to potentially win the national championship.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of expected that too. I don't hate that at all. Also,
Yes.
I don't know if chat was going to say this, but the Fab 5 never won a national championship.
Didn't they make it, though?
They did make it.
Yeah. So
And
all
they
I
called a
need
timeout.
all I need them to
and
do
they
is make it.
lost. Yeah, the Crab 5.
All I need them to do is
Yeah.
make it. All I need them to do is make it, and they could potentially win it.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to do.
But I'm almost positive they never won. They won as freshmen though. They made it as freshmen.
Other than that, I feel like we would be wasting time talking about teams in the top 5 odds to do any of this stuff. Correct?
Mhm.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Are you down? I've been seeing this as well on my feed. These take the field bets. You can take the field right now at minus 195 or Duke and Auburn at plus 150. I want to put a legitimate mortgage on the field at minus 195.
Where is that? Specials?
On the
No.
green. On the green. It's literally team versus the field. If you get Duke and Auburn at plus 150 or the field at minus 195. And I'm not a big minus 195 straight better, but you're telling me two teams that historically have sold bread in March, I can fade at only minus 200 in a tournament where literally anything can happen?
Yeah, that's wild.
Where literally anything can happen. And one of those teams doesn't even have their best player. And it's only minus 200.
That's wild.
Is that not insane?
Also, like the
field, I get Houston, I get Florida.
But like, so the odds for Bama are the same as if you were just take them to win, 2,200. So, but why the fuck would they even offer these? Like, who is taking the field minus 10,000 against Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you
The
know what I
only
mean?
one,
Like
dude,
the
only one
that makes sense to the bottom. All the
only
other ones are insane.
The other ones are fucking stupid. You either take Tennessee or the field at minus 10. Like, who's doing that? I agree. But dude, you're telling me that within this field, outside of Duke and Auburn, I get 2 1 seeds.
Yeah.
And I get every other team that I believe in.
Yeah.
I get St. John's. I get Merritt. Like, who's taking plus 150 Duke and Auburn?
Nobody.
That might have to be wager of tournament. Take the field minus 200.
Yeah.
Might throw a mort gauge on it. An actual mort gauge. A Rick and Morty gauge.
They also have where the winner comes out of, what region they come out of.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about that? I kind of like the West. I mean, that's what we're in. And the West is
Yeah.
kind of loaded.
Okay.
I mean, St.
Region
John's,
to win.
Florida,
Okay.
Tech, Maryland.
Who's in the East?
The East is Duke and Bama and Arizona.
I think you could take a shot at the West, dude.
The West?
Yeah, plus 230. I know it's
Midwest.
the favorite.
Or the West. Yeah.
I know it's the favorite, but I feel like you could take a little shot at the West.
You could. I think that's...
Who's coming out of the Midwest? The worst odds.
The Midwest is Houston.
Ooh.
It's Houston, Tennessee.
See, that tells me, even though
Kentucky.
everyone's like, Houston, everyone's sleeping on Houston, that tells me that the books already don't believe that
Yeah.
Houston's doing it.
Yeah.
Because if they believed in Houston, they wouldn't have the worst odds.
Yeah.
And Houston could potentially have the easiest path.
Yeah.
And you're telling me they have the worst odds?
Worst odds.
G. I did want to see. They had some madness props as well, but they're kind of botted.
Yeah.
It's just like teams to beat exactly.
Seed props. Which seed will win the tournament?
What is a 1 seed?
Minus 310.
Wow. Holy balls.
Well, you get
dude.
all 4 of them minus 310. Yeah.
Dude, you tell me we're wasting time talking brackets, talking long shots, and the 1 seeds are minus 350
Well, there's
to win
4
the goddamn.
teams. Yeah, there's
I
4
know,
teams.
yeah, but you're telling me they're minus 350 to win the gosh darn tournament?
Yeah.
What the bot, man?
Yeah.
What the bot? Who's botting like that, dude? Who's botting like that? All right.
We could take a 13 seed plus 50,000. So okay, get this.
Sure.
Wait, what are
whatever's about
Akron's
again is
odds to
gonna be
win the? I'm pretty sure I just looked and Akron was plus 60,000 to win the tournament.
Sure.
So you can just get 3 other teams plus 50,000.
I guess, yeah.
I guess that's $10,000.
Yeah.
We're betting 100.
That is, yeah.
It's a lot of juice.
That's a lot of juice. What if
All
I
right, so I
told
guess I'm
you
gonna take
this?
Akron to win it instead of the 13 seed to win it.
So weird wagers right now that I love in March Madness. First of all, the field versus Duke and Auburn, minus 200. How about this, Josh? Any buzzer beater in the first round of the tournament, plus 300. Sure, man. You're telling me there's not going to be a Bryant buzzer beater over Michigan State? You're telling me there's not going to be a buzzer beater in some of these shortest spreads we've seen in the first round matchups? You're telling me there's not going to be one and I get plus 300 for a buzzer beater in March? That's literally what March is made for.
Yeah.
Can I remind you of Furman over Virginia? First round matchup. Give me plus 300, dude.
You could also just take day 1 plus 600.
Either one.
Yeah.
I love the plus 300 in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
There's always a buzzer beater in that first round. Always.
Also, just plus 100. Will there be one in the tournament? You could just nuke
Take both of those.
Yeah.
3 weird wagers. We're taking the field against Duke and Auburn to win the tournament. We're taking there to be a buzzer beater in the first round of the NCAA tournament at plus 300. And then we're taking a buzzer beater in general at plus 100. That's literal bread.
Yeah.
That's bread. That you go to the baker and you go, can I have a pound of sourdough? And it's hot and ready to go. A little
And then
crispy on the outside.
when you get your soul sucked on that buzzer beater because you know they're going to be on the other side of
course.
it, you win some cash.
You win some cash. I'm
Exactly.
actually all in on those. I'm all in on those, dude. I'm all in on those. And you know it's going to be Gonzaga and it's going to be Georgia. And I'm just sitting there going,
Ace and Newell just lefty floater.
if that happens, somebody clip that and just fuck, man. I just know it's going to happen. All right, Josh, let's talk about some games today, and then I want to walk you through my PrizePicks journey I took this morning. I felt like I was Frodo in The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I was making my way to the volcano to throw the ring away, and along the way, I found props that are going to feed fam.
Let's go.
I literally
Feed
cannot
the
wait.
fam.
But let's start today, Josh. We have 2 playing games. We have St. Francis of PA playing Alabama State, a game that I'm going to be honest with you, I know zippo about. I haven't watched nor wagered on any of these teams. However, Josh, when I gave a little peek ski at these teams.
Oh, I'm sure you looked at St. Francis, PA, didn't you? Their last win was against somebody.
Oh, I did, Josh.
Yeah. They're a fake team.
And I kind of want to fade them here in this spot.
Dude, I don't.
What is your thoughts here?
I don't at all.
You want to take them?
I think they win this game.
Okay.
I think they reek of March. Dude, this team, them beating Central Connecticut how they did,
Yeah.
like,
As 10-point dogs.
as 10-point dogs. And they
Yeah.
held them to like 40 points or something. And they
Nuts.
literally didn't let them score.
Yeah. Low total here, too.
Low total. And I think this team just is destined. I think St. Francis, PA is destined. And I hate them
Okay.
for stealing my coin, but I think they're destined.
Okay.
I think that game just,
I kind of wanted to take Alabama State, but I'm going to stay off it.
okay.
I'm going to stay off it. Josh. This UNC San Diego State game, I mean, there literally could not have been a worse matchup for everything that I've preached on this show. For me to do here. Like, what do? I literally promise myself I can't take San Diego State. Like, I promise myself I'm not doing the Mountain West anymore. We say it every year we get to the tournament. Oh, this Mountain West team looks good. Oh, this Mountain West team plays good ball. And then they just get smoked. And we've said all year, I fade 3 teams, UNC, Baylor, and Michigan. And now UNC is playing a Mountain West team.
Mhm.
But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to find it very hard, for whatever reason, to not trust RJ Davis to go on a little run here. And that's just where I'm at.
Okay.
And I made a 2-piece PrizePicks that I'm more invested in, that I put 200 on. And it's RJ Davis points with Jordan Pope PRA.
Okay.
So realistically, the only thing I'm really going to care about is RJ Davis getting 16 points because I got a 15.5.
Okay.
But as I talk more through this game, Josh, and I look at the props and I look through this game, I think we could get, and I don't want this to sound crazy, because it could sound crazy with everything I've said this year. I think there's a real potential UNC could go on a run. Just a little bit is what it feels like after losing to Duke just because you got a lane violation.
I feel like that's
That's why I feel like this team might be going with Hubie Dave, might be going, wait, we could do this thing. Like, we almost just beat Duke. Like, can we lock in now and let's beat San Diego State and let's get to the dance and let's start fucking dancing? And by the way, we have RJ Davis. And I don't want people to forget how good RJ Davis is. His team around him is just that freaking bad. But then you look at a Mountain West team and you go, oh, they're just going to want to punch UNC in the fucking jaw.
And I think they do. I'm going to take both the dogs' money lines tonight. At least one of these teams is winning. Like, I know that.
Like, is UNC starting to play their best basketball is my question, which is dangerous. Because once you start playing good basketball, you can go on runs.
No, I don't think so.
What about the over?
I like the under. I think San Diego State punched them in the mouth and they don't get anything going on offense.
Let me check this really quick because I do want to look into this. I do want to look into this because this was potentially, while I was in car, Chef-Tonimo baying. I did want to just take a quick peek at a potential Any potential UNC team total?
Everyone thinks Duke's winning. Or not
Duke?
UNC, sorry. I just saw a Duke fan say UNC.
I think I'm going to take UNC's team total over 73.
Okay.
I feel like that's not that many.
It's not. That's why I don't like it.
But I'll be honest, dude. Like, this is just me being completely transparent, being totally honest. I really want to take San Diego State with 4 points. Like, I want to have those points in my pocket against UNC. But I was on UNC plus 6.5 against Duke. No Cooper Flag. People are saying that Duke might be playing better without Cooper Flag. I disagree completely. But
I mean, that's an insane take.
But UNC looked so good. They did. Like, they really did. They played really good basketball against Duke.
Duke literally didn't have the best player in the country.
I know, but they're
the best player in the country.
Good. Like,
They're still good. Yeah, they're still good, but they're literally missing the best player in the country. If you played the Dodgers this morning and Shohei wasn't playing, would then not be like, oh, they're missing the best player?
I mean,
I'd be like, it doesn't count.
It's a phenomenal example.
Right then? Like, if he wasn't playing, it's like yeah, they are probably 20% worse without him. They're still good.
I just last year getting burned so bad on the Mountain West and making videos about teams to watch and buying into the Mountain West and them just losing every fucking game in the first round. It just, like, I don't know if I can do it. I feel like I've stood on business with my morals all year, and I'm not going to do it. And I'm not even going to try to force a play here because I think I want to take San Diego State, but I think my brain is telling me San Diego State. My heart is telling me UNC. But maybe I just sweat RJ Davis points and I say I'm not making a wager. I'm not making a wager.
I mean, you are making a wager on Davis points.
I mean, yeah, the wager's been made, but I'm not making a wager.
Yeah, I would just stick with that.
It's also Rob Downs in the YouTube chat knows our show too well. It's the curse spread, 4 points.
Yeah, and you're gonna take you're gonna take the curse spread with UNC. That would be absurd.
That is absurd.
That would be absurd.
That is absurd. Duke's bench is better than San Diego State's starting five. Let's be real. From Krusty Case, highlighted message in Twitch.
Sure.
4.5 is cursed. 4.5 is cursed. I'm not going to make a wage. I might make a live halftime wage, but I'm not going to make a pregame wage in this game. Just wait till I post on Twitter, UNC minus 4.5, because my poopy brain just can't help itself. Okay, here we go. Josh, we've got some NIT games. Do we want to wager on those?
Duh.
I'm taking Middle Tennessee State money line against Chattanooga. I'm taking St. Louis plus 5.5 against Arkansas State.
Okay. Do you know who I think wins?
Who?
CSUN.
I should have just looked at the games.
Dude, I just love taking shitty teams in these fucking rat tournaments because they actually care. Like, Stanford doesn't give a fuck about this game. There's no way Stanford gives a fuck about this game. Also, like, Wichita State, don't hate their money line against Oklahoma State.
No, I can't do it. That Wichita State team has bent me over too many times.
Has Oklahoma State not bent us?
Is St. Louis, are there some players not playing on St. Louis?
I'm not positive.
Because that makes you not want to do it.
Are there not?
Yeah, that makes you not want to do it. I don't know. They shouldn't be plus 5.5 to Arkansas State. There's just in no world should they be plus 5.5 to Arkansas State. And people forget, Josh, we actually picked the NIT winner correctly last year with Seton Hall.
Seton Hall, yeah.
We rode them like a goddamn wagon.
We actually did, yeah.
The Pirate Light, shout out.
Dude, can we ride?
People forget. I mean, I'm down to take some points. No. My favorite wager is going to be Middle Tennessee State and also Georgia Tech, potentially minus 6.5. I need to look in to see if anyone has opted out ski.
Who is the who's like the 1 seed in this shit? Let's see. It's funny how nobody knows like what the bracket looks like for the NIT.
But I'm definitely taking Middle Tennessee State. That's just my little wag against Chattanooga.
SMU 1 seed. SMU, Dayton, San Fran, and UC Irvine. Is that right?
I also kind of, Josh, can I convince you on potentially, just a little potential, this Wichita State, Oklahoma State over, 154.5. I really, really, really like that.
Okay, I like that.
I really, really, really like that.
I like that.
Looking into tomorrow's games, Josh, let's start in the NIT, make our way over. I feel like we got to ride them out with Krabs, plus 2.5.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mount St. Mary's. Oh, they're playing them.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I am going to nuclear whale play American minus 2.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
That
We
actually
do the
hurt.
show together.
That hurt.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump in your trench, fuck Krabs. I'm American.
Let's go. Also, that game is going to be 55 to 50. Just go ahead and take that under. That's free.
I'm in your trench, American money.
I just need to see American play in the tournament.
No, I'm in.
In a real game.
I'm in.
I need it.
I'm in.
Also, didn't the Mount make it last year? I could be so wrong, but I
don't
swear
know.
thought they were a 16 seed last year. I could be wrong.
I don't know. All right, I want to do the St. Joe's UAB over 155.5. That's early, though. You know, these lines might move as we get to tomorrow, and people get a little taste of today, and they're going to want to wager tomorrow, and you might get bigger handles, which might move some lines. But I really want to take St. Joe's UAB over 155.5. If everybody's playing that I think should be playing on both sides, this game might have 170 points. Josh, I feel like we've just started, at least me, towards the end of the year, just fading FAU whenever it looks sharp. Give me Dayton money line. His Dayton team is freaking
I hate
junk
them.
Tonimo
Yeah.
Bay, but FAU is so much worse. So much worse.
I kind of like the over in that game.
Okay,
Just too gross.
that I don't
That's
hate.
just a fucking disgusting game, dude.
That I don't hate. I also potentially don't hate Furman plus 8.5.
Okay.
I don't really want to wager too heavily on the NIT till I see who cares, because
I think
there
North
are
Texas,
some years where you get banged out.
I think North Texas is a team that is like notorious for carrying a lot in the NIT. Didn't they make it to the championship
Okay.
last year? Didn't they play Seton Hall last year?
They might have, yeah.
I think they did
They might have.
because they were clamps. I remember.
They might have.
Maybe that was 2 years ago. They made it.
They might have. I'm gonna be on Xavier moneyline. I feel like we already talked about it.
Yeah.
I just think they are the better team here. I just love a Big East defense against a team led by a freshman guard, and really no one else that can score at the clip that he scores at. So I also think Xavier wins the coaching battle as well. I think if you ask Texas people about this team and about the talent they've had the past couple of years, they would all say that they're coached horrendously, and I think that's what loses you games and play-ins. And I do like Sean Miller as a coach. I think he's a phenomenal coach as well. So I'm definitely going to be on Xavier there in that spot. I got to ride Loyola Chicago just for the vibes. If they lose, we're chalked and we move on and we get to hang the wagon up and go, thank you for your service. But I got to ride him one more time for Sister Jean. Shout out Loyola Chicago.
I like that.
Shout out Loyola Chicago.
I think UC Irvine also blows doors off NoCo.
Yeah, that could so happen.
I think NoCo
Although
Cinderella
NoCo
runs
has
over.
sneaky white James Harden.
Yeah,
so
their Cinderella run's done that.
keep in mind.
Dude, I think in that Texas game.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna go with Texas.
Okay.
I've kind of been against them all week, but
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna ride with the SEC this tournament. I'm just
Okay.
gonna see if my suspicions are right, because I think that they're like the SEC is actually so much better than every other conference. But we'll see.
Okay. I will not be. Shout out the Big East.
Fair
I'm
enough.
going to be riding with the Big East, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we're doing that. Should we talk about the Thursday games? I know we're not going to be able to do an episode tomorrow. Are we going to be able to do episode Thursdays?
I mean, we'd have to wake up very early if we want to. Chad will have to be up early.
How earls?
We'd have to be up at 6 o'clock in Vegas. Start at probably start then. Go for a couple hours and then.
We could definitely get up at
I think-
6, start at 6:30.
What if we just ran spaces from the book?
They were up at 5 a.m. for baseball.
They were up at 5 a.m. for baseball.
Yeah, lads, I get up at 7:30 every morning. I could push it 30.
Well,
an
it
hour
would be
more.
like we're waking up at 8
Yeah.
our time. I don't mind waking up.
Our show does come on at 7:45 over there. I'm down to wake up because I do kind of want to give the peeps the Thursday plays.
We can do it.
But we can.
I mean, we can also just do the spaces as well,
We could do a
which I think would be good. Which I think we should do spaces just because I think it would be good to like be able to do like emergency ones mid games, like live bets that we're gonna place and shit like that. Like start it up and just like let it run. Just like keep the spaces going throughout the day.
Well, make no mistake, I have to do a space for the Montana game.
Well, obviously, yeah. But I'm saying like just like doing that as the stream.
which is going to be annoying because we're going to be in the thick with all the noise. So I might have to excuse myself for the Montana game for the people.
No, we can mic you up, I think. We can throw one of those mics on there and it'll be fun. It'll be completely fine. We have an adapter for your phone.
All right, well, everyone, just keep in mind we might do spaces, so make sure you're following me on Twitter. Mikey Over 1, all one word. Because we might do a space, we might do a show, but we'll definitely do something.
Show would just have to be from hotel room.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay
We
with
could
it.
honestly
We
just
could also just do off the
we
laptop.
could just do one cam, like in a hotel room,
I'd also be down for that.
sitting on beds, crisscross applesauce, feeding you winners.
Dude, I'd be
we should do that.
so down for crisscross applesauce.
We could do that, like,
dude.
or just like laying in bed, just throw a mic on.
Dude, we could
The morning after, like
so
literally the
do
morning
that.
after, just waking up.
Let's do that, and then you know what we can do, Josh? Spaces for Friday.
We should do
Spaces Friday.
We could do that. Yeah.
Spaces Friday. We'll do actual morning after Thursday. Spaces Friday, because you know what? We'll fly into Vegas and we'll go to bed nice and early. So we can get up Thursday, but then Thursday might be a later night because we got to stay up and watch all these games.
Yes, correct. Sure.
And the last game is on at 9-10 p.m. So yeah, let's do spaces. Let's do show Thursday morning because we'll go to bed nice and early tomorrow. And then spaces Friday.
Yeah.
Give the
sounds
people
good.
what they want. So
Sounds
we're not
good.
going to talk about those games, but can I talk to you about PrizePicks now?
Sure.
Okay.
Let
So,
me
Josh.
let me get my PrizePicks out.
So, Josh, sorry, Chad. I know it's probably really, really annoying when I take my phone out because it looks like I'm not focused on you guys, but I want you to know I'm focused on you guys. Okay? Dubs on the crisscross applesauce, I'm all in. Just feeding winners crisscross applesauce. All right, here we go. I opened PrizePicks this morning in the car, Josh. And I just want these known now, Josh. I have a $500 two-piece on PrizePicks to win $1,500. And when your back's against the wall in March and you've been doing this all year like we've been doing it, you have to go to your goats. 500 bones to win $1,500 on a two-piece. Kadari Richmond PRA in a spot where St. John's has to assert themselves because you have to be the St. John's that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Pitino's talking about the New York media is crazy. When you win, you're a god. When you lose, they tear it all down, so you better not lose. I got news to you, Rick. You go through your 6'5" point guard. And Ryan Nemhard PRA. We've done it all year. It's been an absolute wagon for us. And in a game with a short spread against Georgia, who dictates the pace? Who dictates the tempo? Ryan Nemhard. And I placed that, Josh. I placed that. They don't show you the details anymore. It's very, very, very frustrating. Transaction log? Nope, that's not it. Ugh, that's bitching. Why is it bitching? I hate that it does this. They changed it on me.
What happened?
Hold on, I got to go into my transaction log. I placed that yesterday at 1:14 p.m.
Okay.
Kadari Richmond PRA, Ryan Nemhard PRA, 500 pays 1,500 bones on PrizePicks. How about it?
How about it? How about it?
That's my whale of the day. That's my whale of the day. Now, Josh, what I cooked up this morning. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to know that when I'm chefing these, I truly do believe in them.
Mm-hmm. And then right after you tell them yourself they're dead.
No, I actually don't. These two I genuinely believe.
Okay, good.
200 to pay 2 racks. Power play. And it's all 4 wagons. Derek Queen PRA, Kadari Richmond PRA, Elijah Hawkins PRA, and Ryan Nemhard PRA. All guys in close games that need to do their job. You need to do your job.
Yeah.
They've done their job for us all year, and they're going to do their job for us again. Those are the 2 that I love the most.
Okay.
Now, can I
Go ahead.
walk you through my little demon
The
entry?
demon, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Can I walk you through my demon entry? Because then I started getting in the weeds, and I went, what if we just took some guys to do more than we asked them to do on a daily basis? First square, Caleb Grill, more than 2.5 three-pointers made.
I mean, yeah, that's free. That's
It's a
actually
6-man,
free.
by the way.
Yeah.
It's a
2.5
6-man
too is
demon.
insane.
It's a 6-man demon.
He hasn't hit 3 in 3 games.
It's a 6-man demon.
I love that.
Caleb Grill, more than 2.5 three-pointers made.
Love it.
This one might come as a shock, because he's just not a guy that I like going to. He's not a guy that I normally trust. Wade Taylor 20 ball
Wow.
against Yale. I think they're going to beat the crap out of this Ivy League team. When I looked at this Ivy League roster and looked at the way Wade Taylor played against Texas, just getting to the free throw line, I don't think anyone's going to be able to guard him on Yale. And I could see the Wade Taylor 20 ball game.
I love that. I love that.
Zeke Mayo more than 16.5 points, Demon. I don't think Kansas is going to win. I love Arkansas, but this kid Zeke Mayo is normally an automatic 15 ball. All I need is one extra layup in a game that I think is going to be insanely close against an Arkansas team that really doesn't play that great at defense.
They don't.
This one's a little biased. Khalif Battle more than 17.5 points. I do think this could potentially be the tournament of Khalif Battle. I really, really, really love his demon. I think I'm going to put him in a two-piece demon with my next guy that I'm going to say that I actually love, that I literally need to put in a $1,000 lineup. But Khalif Battle, big game against Georgia, 18 points. This is my favorite demon in the entire tournament, this next one. My favorite demon in the entire
I
tournament.
think I know what it is.
Kai Johnson more than points, demon on Montana. This kid, I promise you, is the most pure scorer Montana has. Money Williams comes off the bench, but Money Williams has been facilitating Kai the past 2 games when they won their biggest games and beat the best opponents they've played yet. And I love Kai Johnson and keep it rolling going into March. He's the guy right now. He had 23 in the final against Northern Colorado. He can pull from the logo. He can get to the basket. He can get to the free throw line. I love more than 14.5 demon for Kai Johnson, especially in this matchup against Wisconsin.
Love that.
Like, I love it.
Love that.
And to round it off, Josh, a 20 ball from Nate Johnson on Akron.
Dude, that was literally my favorite play.
I think he's going to bust.
I could not agree more.
I think he's going to bust
I could not
on
agree
Caleb
more.
Love and KJ Lewis. Like, I think he's going to bust.
545 eggs.
$100 pays 17 racks, dude, on that 6 piece. Like, come on, dude.
Wait, how much does it pay?
100 pays 17 racks.
On the flex, you flex.
Yeah, I can't
Power play, you win 54
I can't power play. But tell me there's a square in there you don't like. The only 2 that I don't really love is Wade Taylor and Zeke, but those are the best guys on their teams playing. You know, I mean, Wade Taylor's just a shot in the dark. I think he could be the one that totally fucks me. But Zeke, I love in that game.
I think the only one that I don't, there's one that I don't love, and it's Khalif Battle. That's the only one.
You're gonna say that bullshit.
I
I
like
knew
all
you
of
were gonna say some bullshit like that.
I like all the other ones.
I knew you were
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
tail
some
them.
bullshit.
I'm
like
gonna take it. I'm gonna throw 25 on the power play.
Wow.
25 to win 13,625. Wow. That'd be pretty nice.
I also did a 2-piece of 2 guys that I hate. Can I tell you that one?
Sure.
This is a $50 2-piece. Transparency. Jaden Akins points and Liam McNeely threes. Show me. Show me.
Show.
You're both fucking bots. I hate both of your guts. Show me. Jaden Akins, if you're really the guy and the number 2 team in this whole fucking tournament and Michigan State is being slept on and you should have been a 1 seed and you're going to be in the Final Four, show me. Show me.
Show.
And Liam McNeely, hey, buddy, you haven't hit 2 threes in 4 games. So why are you up for 2 threes? Show me. Last 2-piece I placed, Josh. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it.
Yes.
Where's it at? Caleb Love and Terrence Edwards to both get 20 points.
I mean, Caleb Love, I love.
I love that too.
I don't know how you don't take
I love that too.
I don't know if I like Caleb Love or Johnson more in Akron. I love both of them.
I think you could
But
take
I just
both.
think Akron wins. I genuinely think Akron wins.
I think you get both. And keep in mind, chat, I had to place all these prize picks because we're not going to be able to use prize picks very freely in Las Vegas.
So you got to rip here.
So I kind of had to rip and like get in my bag. I also have another 6-piece, but I don't want to give that one out because it's gross. And I don't want people to tell that one. But I'm just letting you know because I love 2 pieces. I am going to find a 2-piece for Kai Johnson. I am going to find a 2-piece for Derek Queen. And I am going to find a 2-piece for Rodney Rice. I just need to find the pairs. I don't want to make that a 3-piece. I don't want to put them together. I like having them separate. So I will find some 2-pieces for that. In terms of today, though, Josh, I did place a 2-piece of Aaron Knox and Miles Byrd points. Aaron Knox in Alabama State, Miles Byrd on San Diego State. 2 just weird charts. So that's really it. They're just two weird charts. I like their matchups. And that is my two-piece for college basketball today. Would you like to make a March Madness 6-man together?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
I would love to.
Okay. You start us off. Or actually, can I start us off?
Sure.
A March Madness 6-man on PrizePicks brought to you by The Morning After. I'm going to start with Kai Johnson. Normal points on Montana.
Okay.
10.
I'm going to give you Caleb Grill points.
Okay.
Normal, 12.5.
I like that. I'd be okay if you deemed his threes.
We could do that. I mean, the Demon threes. I mean, he just chucks. So,
No,
yeah,
that's what
we
I'm
could just take
saying.
3. Yeah, that's
And we
fine.
have him earmarked.
Let's just do that.
All right, Caleb Love Demon threes.
I thought you wouldn't want to take that.
No,
'cause
no,
you
no. I
already
like it.
got
I like it. I like it. I like it. Where else are you looking? It's good to take your time. We got plenty of time, by the way. We got plenty of time, and there's a lot of squares up.
I'm going to look at Zakai Ziegler, I think.
His points are very high. I was looking this morning.
At 15.5. He's been busting, so maybe not. Maybe not him.
Can I give you Solomon Ball on UConn?
Yeah.
I think this could be the Solomon Ball game. He hasn't really performed the last 2 games. And at some point, dude, he's got to wake up.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Give me Igor Milicic on Tennessee, more than 8.5 points. He hasn't done shit the last 3 games, but, I mean, dude, this dude's
Igor.
a bucket.
Igor. I
Give
like
me
that.
him.
Okay. I'm looking, I'm chefing, I'm chefing, I'm looking, I'm chefing.
We can always throw Broom in there as a 6th.
I think I'm going to go, so we have a little bit of exposure to Trent, Nembhard assists.
Okay.
I like Nembhard assists. He hasn't hit in the last 2. They're going to be in a close game with Georgia. Like I said, he wheels, he deals, Nembhard assists. We are at 5. Josh, the final square for the TMA PrizePicks March Madness 6-man.
I'm going to go to a play that didn't hit last game that I've been talking about
Sure.
forever. You're not going to like it, but I guess you might like it. You might like it. You're going to hate the category it's in, but you might like it. Graham Ike more than 1.5 turnovers.
Dude, why do we have to do this?
Why can we not just take green
Why can't
squares?
you just give me an Akron guy so we can really sweat in that game?
I don't want. Well, we already have that. You already have. We're not making the same entry. Graham
You're
Ike.
making me take my sweet wagon to go to the Final
Dude,
Four.
it's just-
Turnovers
it's
on the
just
big
2
man.
Turnovers. Just he's gonna go. He's
But
gonna try.
that's my team.
He's gonna try to go straight at Ace and Newell. Try to get him in foul trouble. He's gonna fail. And he's gonna turn the ball over 2 times early. You're not gonna have to worry about it.
I hate this, dude. You just always got to get so fucking gross.
Just do it.
Like you were in your bag the first 2.
That's the
dude.
bag. That is the bag.
That's not the bag.
I was building the bag with the first 2. Those are the straps. That finished the bag.
That's not the bag.
Trust.
Dude, he only gets 2 turnovers.
He got 1 last game.
I know, but it's not like you're like he turns the ball over. He only gets 2 turnovers.
That's just the last 5 games, dude. And 2 of those against the same team.
I'm going to trust you, dude.
And they're also, like, Ace and Newell, the only reason I love this is because they are going to have to go at Ace and Newell to get him in foul trouble. That's the only guy Georgia has. And I just love the fact that they're force-feeding Graham Ike never turns out well.
Like turnovers for the sweet wagon, even Richie's asking
It's
questions.
2 turnovers.
But for the sweet wagon.
You act like if he dribbles the ball off his foot 2 times, they fucking lose the game.
They could.
No.
They could.
No.
All right. This is the TMA 6-man. This is a 6-man on PrizePicks brought to you by
Finish
the
it
Morning
off.
After. No, it's already off. That was it.
Oh, wait, no. I thought that I started off. Oh, no, you started off. Never mind. Yeah,
Kai
yeah.
Johnson points. More than. Caleb Grill more than 3s demon.
Yep.
Solomon Ball more than points.
That's who I forgot.
Igor Milicic more than points. I need to change Ryan Nembhard.
Why?
Because if his big man is getting turnovers, those could be off 2 assists that he doesn't get. So it's okay. I'm going to get back in bag.
Wait, why? Why?
I don't like, they don't
why?
mix. I don't like that.
They do mix.
I don't want to be rooting for Nembhard to throw it down low and then Ike to fuck it up and throw it away.
Yeah, but then both situations, both things that happen are good. If he scores, it's good. If he bounces off his foot, it's good.
I'm back in lab. I'm back in lab. Just let me get back in lab. I'm gonna trust me, I'm gonna put a bow on this little bitch we're building right now.
EK second turnover when inbounding down 3, gonna hit like crack.
I'm gonna put a bow on this bitch.
I don't think you change it, dude. I think that you're.
Dude, just let me put a bow on this, dude. What?
I
dude?
swear, if it hits, and this is the reason I love that play. I love the Nembhard assist. They are going to be force feeding down low. I promise.
Listen, I might not find anything. We'll just go right back to it. We'll go right hawk to it.
I think you should.
But let me just find the bow
here. Oh my God. There's a square up that I love. That makes me so happy. Drake's point guard, who hasn't turned the ball over more than 3 times in the last 4 games, is up for 2.5 turnovers. All right.
Sorry, Chad. I'm trying to put a bow on this bitch. Trying to put a bow on this bitch. I'm going to find the bow. You guys just give me a second here.
Mikey finds the bow. You guys find the bitch. Combine them.
Then we'll combine them.
Bow on bitch.
Bow on bitch. Zurich Phelps points on Texas A&M. Hasn't hit in the last 2. This should be a good game against Yale. Either him or Wade Taylor's going to... What?
I was going to say, you want to do that? Like, you have Wade Taylor Demon. You want to be sweating out 2 guys.
You're talking to me about sweat. No, you got me taking the sweet wagon turnovers.
Well, dude,
I don't want to take a sweet wagon turnover.
But I'm saying...
That's the last thing I want to do, take a sweet wagon turnover.
My point is that if you're taking his assists, like, anything he does, if he feeds the ball down low, anything that happens after then is good.
No, because we could go layup, botch, out of bounds, turnover. No, we don't get either.
Well, turnover, we get 1.
Like, why do you have to go to those categories?
I don't care. I don't care
Stay
about
in the normals,
dude. Because that is smacking.
We're 0-1 on turnovers. Just so you know, we're 0-1 on turnovers.
Whatever.
We're 0-1 on turnovers.
You can't go 1-1 if you don't go back to it.
Fruity made a good point about Braden Smith potentially busting.
That's true.
Could be on Braden Smith potential.
The only reason I was saying, do you really want to do that, is because do you want to take 2 guys in the same team to do the same thing? That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care. I like it. It's just more for you.
No, I bet. What if we did this? Man. How about... You got me rattled, dude. I'm rattled. Steven Ashworth points and assists. I love it. 22. Hasn't hit in the past 3.
That. I love that.
He's going to feed it down low, and he's going to have to clip. Steven Ashworth points. Steven Ashworth points and assists to round off the PrizePicks 6-man brought to you by The Morning After.
Love that.
How about it?
Love that. Dude, if they had shot attempts up, why don't they should get that up.
Dude, if they had attempts up, I'd put Trey Johnson in a max.
We need that.
Let me share the link. Actually, can I DM you the link and then you put it in chat? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, DM it on Twitter.
All right.
I'll
This is the TMA 6-man. This is the TMA 6-man. My $500 two-piece is Kadari Richmond, PRA, Ryan Nembhard, PRA. That's literally my nuke of the weekend. Nothing else matters if that hits.
There it is, chat.
This is the link to mine and Josh's collab TMA 6-man lineup for March Madness. Here we go.
What does Brady click? Josh, why can't you respect Drake? Dude, give me a fucking break, brother. You think I'm going to respect the team we're playing?
It's a good question. He's asking good cues, Josh.
Why doesn't Vegas respect them? Why are they fucking plus 6.5 against the ratchet team? That shouldn't be there, huh?
Oh, my God, dude.
That 20% of people are betting on. Why are
That's
they
where
minus
you're
6.5?
at with this right now? That's the shit you're at right now?
I'm also fucking tired of Jovan talking shit about Mizzou like Drake's an auto win. I'm tired of it.
Wow.
Tired of it. I'm standing on Biz for Mizzou this year. Last year, 2 years. Well, last year I definitely didn't stand on Biz. 2 years ago I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think we were actually good. This year I think we can actually make a run. Like I actually think we can make a run.
You're tired of the chirps.
What's up?
You're tired of the chirps?
I'm tired of the chirps from Mizzou, dude.
Tired of the chirps, dude. You're tired.
I'm tired.
You're exhausted from the chirps. Exhausted from the chirps. I did get in the NBA lab if you guys want that 2-piece as well. I just went crazy on PrizePicks today. Like I logged in, I dialed in, and I just, because I haven't in a lineup in 2 days, it feels like 3 days almost. And I logged in, I dialed in. I did take Norman Powell points with LaMelo Ball points. So, do with that what you will. I'm not an NBA guy, but it's just what I did. It's just what I do. It's just what I did. Okay? Just what I do. It's just what I did. I also might have squeaked D'Angelo Russell and Kyle Kuzma points, but we don't have to talk about that one. That's just what we do. That's just what I did. All right, let me find. I might do. You know what I might do? For my eyes only. Yeah. Can we talk about this actually now that we have a little bit of time? Lauren is becoming a hate watcher.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she?
I don't know if I like that.
I mean, I would say rightfully so. I don't know if there's been a single nice thing said about her university.
No, but I mean,
Ever.
just like, but it's for like James Harden.
Oh, we're hate watching. I just saw we're hate watching. I didn't even see James Harden
No.
on the chat
Oh, you
thing.
thought
It's
she was
like
hate
literally
watching
it's blocked
us.
up. That's what I thought. Yeah. I literally just see all I see is we're hate watching anyone who wants to join. That's all.
Yeah,
I
she
saw.
could be hate watching us too. I think there's definitely some people that sit in this chat every day that hate watch us. I think there's maybe not us, maybe just me.
She was hate watching us, which I was like, I'm not surprised, honestly.
That just sit there and go, "Fuck Mikey, dude. Fucking, I've had enough of Mikey, dude."
I mean,
I've
dude,
had
hate
fucking
watching
enough of Mikey.
James Harden has been a thing, I feel like, since he left the Rockets.
No, but she's doing it for everybody now. She's making lineups of just pure hate in her heart,
Just pure.
like the purest of hate in her heart.
She needs baseball back.
She does, dude. She's starting to become a hater, man.
Need baseball back.
Do you think everyone deep down is just a hater?
I think deep down people hate to see others win when their teams can't do it. If that's it.
Well, I'm not saying company wide. I'm just saying like I think
Everyone in the world.
as people. Yeah. Do you think deep down everyone's just kind of a little bit of a hater?
Well, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, when you have no success and other people have success, I'm sure that's like a normal reaction to be like, damn, fuck that person. Not
Shout out my
everyone, but I'm sure
therapist.
that's like most people.
Shout out my therapist.
I mean,
We
dude,
can
like
talk about
fucking
that
when
later.
when fucking Fruity's rooting for the Colts over here, he's got fucking Anthony Richardson, who I think's dog shit, and they win against the Bears. I'm like, dude, fuck you.
You're telling
That's
me.
how I feel. Fuck you.
You tell me. You tell me, dude. You tell me.
It's just jealousy.
Can we talk about this actually now that baseball's around the corner? What do you think about Sir Joey Gallo becoming a pitcher?
I mean, yeah.
You could just hang him up.
Also, okay, wait.
Could just go, I've had a long career.
I think I had a very good point yesterday.
You
is
did.
If he's gonna become a pitcher, why are the if the White Sox are cutting you, who the fuck's gonna let you pitch for them? Like, who are you trying to become a pitcher for? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, you're requesting a trade from a team that has no pitchers.
That probably wants a tank and could go, maybe we throw
Maybe
Joey
we do.
Gallo
That's what
out
I'm
there.
saying. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that.
Or do you think
move
he
is.
needs like a couple months to pitch?
No, not on that org. Not on that org. Like, literally, I'm not even joking. Like, they have nobody. If there's one org that could afford to have Joey Gallo go out there and throw some pitches, it's them.
I mean, it's a phenomenal point. It's literally potentially one of the best points.
Sean Burke, opening day starter for the fucking White Sox. Nobody knows who that is. Literally
But
never heard of
imagine
him.
Joey Gallo opening day for the Sox, dude.
That would be so funny. That would be so funny.
You guys were talking yesterday about him potentially being a closer. If I had a wager on a team and they trotted out Joey Gallo out there and I had a 2-run league and -1.5, I would be in shambles.
Champ.
Like shambles.
Yeah, lads, I think no one knows who Burke is because he could have pitched 162 games for the White Sox last year and nobody would know who he is.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. That guy could have been nails for the White Sox, would have zero idea.
Oh, it's because he had him in fantasy.
Oh,
That
right.
makes sense.
Right, shout out.
Shout
If you play fantasy baseball, I think you're a psychopath, by the way.
Yeah,
It's way too much to
it's
track.
so much.
Like, what are you doing,
It's
dude?
so much, yeah.
How do you
I
have the
agree.
time to set a lineup
I did it
like
one
that?
year and I literally quit in 1 week. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna let my team be the worst.
My college buddies, when I was a junior, tried to do a fantasy NBA.
I did that one year too.
5 days in.
Same situation. I gave up right away.
5 days in. I
Because
set my
that you
lineup,
actually
and
have to
then
do it like-
everyone went from
yeah.
day to day to out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not doing it.
NBA is a little more fun because, like, you can watch your players play. Like the MLB, like I'm not watching 9 MLB games a day.
Guy like Trent, he's watching 12.
Yeah.
I got news for you. I think he tried it last year. I would love to
He
know
did.
what he
I think he's
thought
trying
about it.
this year.
Oh, he's doing it again?
I think he's trying this year because I think he was talking about it a while
Oh,
ago.
this is the year.
I
that
think
he's
this might be
trying-
the year that
okay,
he's
okay,
trying
okay,
it, yeah.
okay. Also, for everybody wondering, if you go to Lauren's Twitter, we are doing a free to join bracket challenge.
Yep.
Make sure you please go join that
You win PP coin.
because I got news for you. I'm tired of everyone in this chat talking shit about our bracket. Let's see your bracket.
Let's see it.
Let's see your Auburn national champion. Let's see your Florida national champion after you talk shit about our bracket. So if someone could drop the link, Goots, please. Goots, please. Goots, please. If someone could drop the bracket challenge link in the Twitch chat, that would be phenomenal. Bang, there it is from the Nightbot. Shout out you. Go join it. It's free to join in the Twitch
Got
chat.
it.
It's free to join. Go join it. Let's see your moose shit brackets.
Trent did do it last year. He's also doing it again this year. He said I'm horrible.
Good. Let's see your Michigan State Final Fours.
Let's see that.
Yeah, let's see that, huh? Let's see that. What a phenomenal episode today. I feel like we did some big
was a
game
great
hunting,
episode.
which I liked. We got in the chopper, tried to find some feral hogs.
We did.
Hopefully, we found at least one. We got a lot riding on teams that could get their shit blown in the first round, but I like it.
Dude, I mean, I have a lot riding on Akron.
I mean, yeah, you put.
Put eggs in.
I was about
bass.
to say. Yeah, I was literally about to say. You put a lot of eggs in one basket.
Some could say 13 eggs
Oh,
for a 13 seed.
and some could say 16 more because you haven't gone to the Sweet 16.
And the Final Four. They were the team that I didn't put in there because they were too juice, but I think they make the Final Four. Denver Vandy.
Oh, man. All right, Josh.
All right.
Say goodbye to the people. We'll end the episode with a little bit of Mikey Over.
We'll be everyone. We'll see you Thursday morning. Crisscross applesauce from the beds in Vegas.
We have to do it.
We'll do it.
Like, we actually have to be crisscross applesauce at the foot of beds
We'll do it. We'll do it.
with games on feeding winners.
Deal. We'll start it at,
6:30.
let's do six. Game start at 9:45. Let's do 6:30. Yeah. 6:30 Vegas time.
crisscross applesauce.
6:30 Vegas time, so 8:30. So an hour 15 before normal.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, an hour 15 before normal. Make sure you guys are up and moving. Make sure we're ready to sweat. I agree with John Fanta, by the way. March Madness GOAT. He said, if you're working Thursday and Friday, you're an idiot.
That's facts.
You're an idiot.
John Fanta, go.
Yeah, John Fanta's actually a GOAT, and I listen to his words like Bible. If you're working Thursday and Friday, idiot. But get up early because we're going to be crisscross applesauce feeding winners. And you've never seen it before.
Factual.
I might be wrapped in blank. I might have to go wrapped blank crisscross applesauce.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I might have.
I'll
to
do that too. We can both do it.
All right.
We'll be.
We will be.
Everyone,
Thank you, Josh.
Have a day. Peace.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mikey Over. It's part of the show where we get a little vulnerable. We talk about what's going on. Like I've said, I've been on a mental health journey. I'm going to therapy a lot. It's been really, really helpful. Been getting some tools for my tool belt is what we call it. And I literally had no tools in my tool belt for dealing with situations, handling situations. I was just raw dogging situations and pretty much having the wrong reaction to all of them. Not necessarily one of the tools I've learned from doing therapy, but I would strongly suggest if you're going through something or you feel like you're struggling with something, please go get help. It's not manly. It's not, you're not a pussy if you go to therapy, I promise. But like we said, I've been doing a lot of looking into philosophies, been reading a lot of books, been listening to a lot of audiobooks, which I found I definitely have a lick of the ADHD because make no mistake, I'll put an audiobook on and I will stop listening 5 minutes in. So I need to be better at that. But I've been getting really into Stoicism, and when you get really into the weeds of Stoicism, it's kind of a gross philosophy, but just on the surface level of what Marcus Aurelius talks about on how to handle things in your day-to-day, there was just one that I wanted to talk about today. And it's something that I've really struggled with in my life, and I think it's something that hopefully you guys can drive or take some value from. And it goes like this. You cannot control others, so learn to control your reaction. You cannot control others, so learn to control your reaction. I think too many times we level our own expectations, or we level the things that we want from other people on them without understanding what they're capable of, without understanding what they want, without understanding what they need. And I think what I've really started to learn is that the only thing we can really control in this whole experience, and I think we've talked about it in depth in other ways, but really just at the base of it is your reaction to events. If you're really going through it, what kind of man are you going to be? Are you going to love the same? Are you going to act the same? Are you going to talk the same? Are you going to try to be a bright light in a room? Or if something bad happens, are you going to be the opposite? Are you going to love different? Are you going to lead different? And I think controlling your reaction can be really hard, depending on the situation. It can be really hard to be the one where something bad's happening and you don't change the way you lead. You don't change the way you love. And I think just really buying into that and understanding that, you know, the whole thing about Marcus Aurelius is not preparing yourself to have a good day, hoping you have the strength to deal with the things that are going to come because you know what's out there. And I think controlling your reaction is at the peak of that, because things are going to happen throughout your day that you didn't want to happen. People are going to say things to you that you don't want them to say, and you have to be able to control yourself. You have to be able to control that reaction and be able to bring some sort of good into a situation. And then he goes on to say, learn to hear unwelcome truths. And I think that's just the second piece I want to leave you with today. I think we take, especially me, I have a problem with taking things very personally, and I think I'm trying to not do that, which has been a process through therapy that I'm really trying to work on, because I think it's very easy to take things personally. I've been someone my entire life that I take things personally, and I think now when I hear, as Marcus Aurelius would say, an unwelcome truth, I try to think about it from their perspective. Why would they want to say that to me if that's not necessarily what I believe? And then how can I control my reaction to this unwelcome truth? Because throughout the day, you're going to hear more unwelcome truths than you would like about yourself or about people you care about or about situations that you're in. And it all boils down to be able to control that reaction and understand where they're coming from. And the person that can control themselves in a bad situation or when tempers are flared is actually the stronger person. So be the stronger person today. And as always, try to take a step forward. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward in life, and hell, we're going to take steps backwards. You guys have actively, through doing this show, watched me take steps backwards. You've seen me have bad days. You've seen me have good days. But I can promise you this, I wake up every single morning and I try to take a step forward. I try to be a better person. I try to do things that I know are going to put me in a good mental headspace. And it's okay to prioritize yourself to be able to do that. And we've learned through doing this show, dude, that it is about the attempt, not the result of taking that step forward. So if you can just be the stronger person, wake up every morning and take that step forward, I promise you're going to be much farther along this time next year than you are right now. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. Go have a great day. We're going to be in Vegas, but make no mistake, Josh and I will be crisscross applesauce Thursday morning feeding you winners on these channels, so you better freaking be there. Fuck, we forgot to use those today. Go tune in to BTL today. Round of applause for the BTL boys. They've been killing it. Go watch the exclusive pod if you haven't yet. What was the other one we had? There were some good ones. Yeah. And if you're fading Montana, you're a bitch. we gotta use these more. Go tune into BTL right now. They're in the same stream, same place. They're going to start up right after us. We appreciate everyone that tunes into the morning after every single morning. We've had great viewership the past couple days, and we understand that's because we're in March and we are your March Madness.